Okay, all right. First day in Shells today. We had a full practice. It wasn't split. Got a lot of team reps, and that was by design. We're trying to throw a lot of these young guys in there, or the least experienced guys in there, and see what they can do and evaluate. But it was a whole lot of team reps, really good for evaluation. You know, with our older guys, we're just continuing to try to build our foundation with the little things and everything that goes with that. We've got two more practices. I think we've got one more day of Shells, and then we'll go full. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back with the scrimmage. And, of course, that scrimmage will be important to, a lot of the guys, especially the freshmen. We've been challenging those guys, to seize the moment, when given the opportunity. But, I think today, really from a coach's standpoint, as many team reps as we did in practice, I think it'll be a really good evaluation and give us a lot of good information. Questions? Yeah, whatever day that is. Two more practices and a day off. My days are already run together.
And your emphasis today was on like team drills?
Yeah. I mean, we first day in pads. I mean, you're gonna do the blocking and getting off blocks and all the drills that you do with pads. And so, the early part of practice, there was some individual and some hookups and releases and, protection drills and things like that. But the second half was really team-oriented, with a lot of 11 on 11 with really all three groups, our ones, twos, and threes, and, trying to give them all a chance to show what they can do. And probably more than anything is the freshmen, you get a chance to see their mistakes on film, and the ones that correct and can get better, that's usually the guys that have a chance to help you.
You see a different pep in the step for the linemen, that even though it's not full, those guys.
Oh yeah, it was intense. No, it was intense. Our guys, our first units on both sides is intense. They compete, and sometimes you got to say whoa, but I think that's a good characteristic.
And you saw the step up in aggression, kind of hit a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive.
After the first day, you said you challenged them to finish stronger.
Yeah.
What's it been like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That the second day they came back. We had some leaders step up. I mean, it was a little bit cooler. It's unfortunate. That we've had some weather issues with lightning and all that. So we've been indoors a little bit more than we'd like to. But our guys that we challenged them after that first day, they came back and they finished practice better the second day. And today was a long one, and there was still good energy at the end, and they're wanting to compete.
KJ said the other day in here that this defense is the most athletic defense he's seen. Can you speak to the amount of athleticism this group has when you compare to some of the other defenses I do?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're athletic. I think we're athletic. The big thing probably for me is the experience, because a lot of, we've been athletic in the past, but I think when you got experience, you can play faster, and be more instinctive. And so I think that's probably the biggest thing that I see is, they understand the defense, their role, their responsibility. It allows them to play faster than having to think through everything. So I think that's really, at least with the older guys, you can really see. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a leader, that, of course, Deshaun Davis did a wonderful job in that area for us last year. And KJ's kind of been that guy that's really stepped up in that role. And he did that in the spring, and you can tell already he's even taken it to the next level, as far as the fall camp.
What do you like most about Will Hastings as a football player?
He's super quick. I mean, he's one of the quickest guys we've had. And, he knows how to get open. And from a quarterback standpoint, you always have a couple guys that that, can get open and will be where they should be. And he's kind of one of those guys that has that ability.
Coach, on Will Hastings, how's his injury from last year progressing into fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to be smart with him and slowly progress him, but he's got, good reps. And, I think he's, getting more and more confidence every time he gets out there.
Yes, you're talking about playing faster on defense. What have you seen through 3 days on offense?
Mm-hmm.
That tempo and more.
Well, we've been training them. I mean, we've been challenging them to go fast and, just training them to be a second nature. We're trying to get all of them to do that. But, obviously our older guys they understand a little bit more what we're doing. But, and like I said, our goal is, to put 11 guys on the field. and try to keep those guys. So we're working hard on that, and I think that was in the book that you talked about too. I think it was.
Well, I mean, that's a change for you, though, right? I mean, 3 years ago, you were subbing guys constantly. Did someone come to you and say, "Gus"?
No, it really is being versatile enough, as far as a couple key positions to have that ability that can get to most of your formations, with the same personnel.
How important is it to have a tight end you can trust to do different things, or to have that 11? And who's been stepping up there so far?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got all four of those guys that we started out in camp. I mean, we're impressed with them. I'm probably going to be able to tell you a whole lot more after the first scrimmage. We rotate them all today and the last 2 days, but after the first scrimmage, I'm really hoping that we get some kind of more information we have now.
Even though it's just 3 days, have you seen the quarterback get more comfortable?
They're more comfortable than they were in the spring, but that's it should happen. Like I said the other day, we put quite a bit of install in just to challenge them, and so it's been good for them, And there's nothing like getting out there in 11-on-11. I mean, 7-on-7 is great, but you get out there with all 11 and the different things defense, do and all that, and you see how they react, and you see what they're good at, and you see what they need to improve on, and so that's been really good for us. Like I said, this practice with the pads will, give us some really good information from a coach's standpoint.
As far as Malik Miller, is he just kind of working at 4 at this point?
Yeah, he is. That's what he's doing. He's playing our fullback.
I saw he gained some weight. He's got stronger.
Yeah, he's done well in the off season. Big guy, and he has experience too. He has a game experience. Matter of fact, he's got some big game experience.
How's Cord Sandberg coming along?
He's coming on. He's really the guy that we've been doing a lot of threes, just trying to get him back in the swing of things, and you can see he is much improved from the spring. It's starting to become a little more natural, to him. He's been playing baseball for 5 or 6 years, and so you can see every practice. And the thing about him is he's wanting to be good. I mean, he really studies hard, and he's real tough on himself. And he can run. I mean, he's a true dual threat guy.
Was there anything with your quarterbacks when they were in the shells today that you went, ooh, that doesn't look good, or man, that looks better than I thought?
Man, there were so many plays out there. It's right now it kind of all runs together because we were going pretty fast. We were trying to get a lot of plays. There wasn't anything that really stood out now. Maybe after I watch the film, there'll be some good and some things we probably need to improve on.
In the past, just from your previous quarterback battles, in retrospect, like a year later, you always talk about it took one scrimmage for me to kind of have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you want to keep going after the first scrimmage,
Yeah.
but do you feel like your gut will kind of have a much better idea of who your quarterback's going to be Thursday?
I mean, you hope so. Every practice, the scrimmages are more important, really, evaluation than practices. But, like I said at first, it's kind of be one of those deals that we're putting them through as many situations as we can. And, when we know for sure the guy that gives us the best chance of, going against Oregon, we'll name him. So it's still kind of no timetable. But, I'm looking forward to the first scrimmage.
The wide receivers, what you seen from them today?
I mean, I think they're competing. Like I said, they're running a lot right now, and they're running a lot, and we're straining them a lot, and really we've had a really emphasis on blocking, and that's really been something. Today was really good to get in pads and get after it with that.
How is Marquise McClain coming along?
He's a confident guy. I told you in spring he made plays. We're expecting him to even take that next step, from the spring.
Was Zach Farrar, with him being such a late addition,
Yeah.
What have you been impressed?
Yeah, he's still kind of learning, but you can tell he's got a skill set now, and he's still coming along. And like I said, probably for him, it's not the best that we've been putting our installs in a little bit quicker, but you can tell he's got some natural ability.
How different does a guy like Caleb Kim look with a year of experience on
Oh,
the
yeah.
healthy?
Yeah,
those things?
I think you just said it. Healthy is probably the biggest thing because I don't know how many times he was truly 100% healthy last year, and he's really stepped up his leadership and taken charge of the offensive line. That's been real encouraging. Anything else? Thank you, guys.